Title: The Flame That Wouldn't Die, a Bright Star in a Dim Home. In the small town of Mbale, nestled at the foot of Mount Elgon, lived a 16-year-old girl named Amina. She was a quiet storm, humble, respectful, but filled with fire. After losing her father at a young age and her mother falling sick, Amina was taken in by her mother's uncle, Uncle Patrick, a retired teacher known for his discipline and fairness. Uncle Patrick saw a light in Amina that no one else had. She was top of her class, hardworking, and graceful. She cleaned the house, cooked with joy, and still found time to study late into the night. Uncle Patrick would often say, "This girl will one day wear a doctor's coat. I swear it on my old chalkboard." But not everyone in that house clapped for Amina. Thorns amongst roses. Uncle Patrick's wife, Auntie Agnes, watched Amina with hawk-like eyes. She saw her husband's pride and felt her children, 4 of them, fade in comparison. Her envy grew into cruelty. Every morning, she forced Amina to hawk food at the small bazaar before heading to school. Sometimes, Amina would be late for class, and her shoes would be dusty from the long walk, but she never complained. "Education is my only way out," she whispered to herself as she read her science textbook under a kerosene lamp. Auntie Agnes's children soon followed their mother's example. They tore Amina's nice clothes, hid her notebooks, and whispered lies about her to neighbors. They wanted her to feel small, but Amina stood tall, at least in her spirit. Fire forged in silence. Years passed. Amina pushed through high school and earned a scholarship to study pharmacy at the university in Kampala. Despite Auntie Agnes's efforts to hold her back, Amina's results spoke louder than envy. She never missed a class, no matter how heavy the basin she carried before school. Her professors admired her. Her classmates looked up to her. But back at home, the war hadn't ended. At 25, as Amina returned home from university, suitors began to knock. Men of substance who admired not just her beauty, but her brilliance. Auntie Agnes and her children were terrified that Amina's star might rise even higher. They spread rumors, turned away visitors in her absence, and discouraged any man who showed interest. But Amina's heart was not desperate for marriage. She wanted purpose, not permission. The bloom after the storm. Amina eventually opened her pharmacy and clinic in Mbale, helping people in the community with affordable medicine and health education. She hired young women who had once dropped out of school and trained them. Her name became known not just in her town, but across the region. Uncle Patrick, now older and weak, would often sit at the door and smile as he watched patients leave Amina's clinic, holding hope in their hands. He'd whisper, "I told them this child was going to be great." Auntie Agnes and her children? They faded. One by one, they came to Amina not out of love, but out of need. And she helped them, not because they deserved it, but because kindness was her nature. Moral lessons. Your background doesn't define your future. Amina faced hardship, but she didn't let it crush her dreams. She held on to education as her escape, proving that your present does not limit your tomorrow. Kindness is strength, not weakness. Amina was mistreated, but never retaliated with hate. She responded with strength and grace, eventually rising above those who hurt her. Envy destroys the envious. Auntie Agnes's bitterness blinded her from raising her children well, while the one she tried to break ended up becoming the light of the family. Education is power. In the face of adversity, education gave Amina wings. She used it not just for herself, but to uplift others. Let your work speak. When people speak against you, let your results do the talking. Amina didn't argue that she achieved.